All right, City of Bane, City of Bane. Now, I guess we have to start with the obvious, in that I've mentioned before this line of Batman, or this current run of Batman. I love that it's getting a high issue stuff, but it kind of fell off a cliff. Didn't kind of fall off a cliff. It absolutely fell off a cliff post wedding. If you've read it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people criticizing this for the entire run. Um, I thought it started off strong. I liked some of the other elements. I liked, for example, the war against war of jokes and riddles as well, and that arc. But it did fall off a cliff, and something sort of crazy happens in this upcoming deal. Now, I have to sort of set the scene because I know some of you guys are going to be confused. And this is the one thing that I don't like that DC has done, though they've done a great job recently as far as trying to streamline everything with their events. This is not going to, though it exists in the main universe, obviously, this is not. If you, for example, if you read Justice League and you read Detective Comics, it's almost like those are dealing with the same Batman as opposed to this Batman in his own line. So that would explain why Batman is place and not in another, or more so, how he's in two spots at the same damn time. Considering that this year the villain stuff pops off, and for those that aren't familiar with this is basically the current event that's going down, and I love it because basically all the main lines are dealing with it. Lex Luthor basically gives all of the tools to a lot of the villains so they can basically compete with their adversaries. And top down, it's nuts. No matter what book you're reading, for the most part, it's dealing with you're the villain. And though they mention Bane, and you can see the Bane's on the front of it, and they even talk about it here, obviously with the City of Bane. You see all the people that are part of his clique. So they mention it, but it does feel like a different Batman, considering the events that take place don't really make sense in the context of the other Batman and where they're at. This Batman that we're about to talk about is, I believe he's in France, some shit with Catwoman. Just woke up. Catwoman saved his ass. Now they're discussing going back to Gotham to take the city back. And Bane has control of Gotham. You have villains that are part of his, like the police department and all of that. So things are nutty. And Thomas Wayne, which is the Batman of another universe, obviously Batman's father, in another universe where the it's in another universe where Bruce died instead of when with the mugger, and his parents lived. His mother becomes Joker. Thomas Wayne is a cutthroat Batman, and he helps out Bane. I'm not going to explain why and how all of this came together and all of that, but basically, Robin goes to fight Thomas Wayne. And now there was this pact, unfortunately, that basically, if that was sort of violated, Alfred was going to get killed by Bane. So he does it, yada yada. And what ends up happening, of course, and I'll show you. We'll cut right through it because I do want to discuss it. Bane, the guy notorious for busting up his fucking back, Batman's back, cracks the shit out of Alfred's neck. You can see right here, it's kind of dangling. His ass is out of there. So you can take this a couple of different ways, but that's more so the point of the video. Is I would love to think about this with all of you guys watching this. Now, this was shocking. I don't know if they did it because the book kind of fell off and they needed something to capture the eye and get people talking. I don't know, but that just shocked the shit out of me. Now, the obvious thing is comic book depth. So the first thing you're like, hey, it's not going to stick. There's no way this sticks. It's hologram, something like that. He'll be brought back or something crazy. But I was sitting over pondering, like, what the fuck if it does stick? I mean, though most of the deaths don't seem to stick at all. I mean, there's some that have. I mean, you consider like Marvel and with Marvel comics. So what if it sticks? At least for a long extended period of time. What if it sticks? What if it sticks? Like, think about how much that would change the dynamic between the Bat family. And I'm interested, obviously, if it does stick, and that actually happened when Batman and Catwoman get back to Gotham, how that sort of affects everything. I'm very interested in this. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but the obvious thing is that it's not gonna stick. There was some sort of catch in that. But what the fuck if it does, yo? What if Alfred is truly up out of there? What if he's up out of there? Wouldn't that be nutty, man? But I don't know. City of Bane is taking place now. This is just part 3 of it, so you can catch up if you want to start. I believe it starts at 74, 75. It starts, but you would have had to be reading the run to really understand all of what's going on and why these people are where they're at. Again, it does kind of take a turn for the worse. Things get weird, get incoherent after the wedding, but it's trying to pick back up, it seems like. And that's how I guess that's how they're doing it. They're just gonna kill off Alfred. But I just wonder if this was gonna stick. But what if it does? What do you guys think? Let me know.